Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I hope all of you are always healthy. Okay, and this time we will presentation about three kingdoms in Indonesia. There is Kediri Kingdom, Ternate Kingdom, and the last is Batam Kingdom. The first kingdom we will presentation is Kediri Kingdom. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Arieska Dian Tanjung. Okay, the first I will explain to you about the reason why the Kediri Kingdom was built. Kediri Kingdom was originally built because the two sons of King Airlangga, Sri Samarawijaya and Mapanji Kahasaka, had a fight over the kingdom, thus making King Airlangga decide to divide his kingdom into two parts, namely the Kingdom of Jenggala or Kauhepan given to Sri Samarawijaya and the Kingdom of Panjalu or Kediri given to Mapanji or Mapanji Kahasaka. The two kingdoms are bound by Gunung Kawi and the Brantas River, the purpose of which is to avoid fight, and then the process of establishing of the Kingdom of Kediri. This kingdom was founded in the 11th century and is part of the Kingdom of Mataram Kuno. This kingdom was originally called the Panjalu Kingdom and was led by a king named Airlangga, who was later split into two, namely the Panjalu Kingdom or Kediri and the Jenggala Kingdom or Kauhepan. The first of the Kediri Kingdom was Sri Samarawijaya, son of King Airlangga, and called himself the incarnation of Vishnu. Panjalu Kingdom or Kediri includes Kediri, Madiun, with its capital Daha.
Guys, my name is SYAFRINA and I will tell you about the Golden Age of Kediri Kingdom. Golden Age of Kediri Kingdom was Jayabaya become the king of Kediri Kingdom. Jayabaya, known as future fortune teller of Indonesia. We are familiar with some prediction about Indonesia which was predicted by him. Under the Jayabaya king's power, the Kediri Kingdom expanded its territory to Kalimantan, and Ternate Kingdom became a subordinate kingdom under Kediri. At that time, Kediri had a pretty strong civil. He is also famous for having governed by the composition of Kakawin Bharata Yuda, which was started by Empu Seda and then finished by Empu Panulu. Under the kingdom of Kediri, there are two incidents that's so memorial. First incident is the rebellion of Jayakatwang to Kartanagara as the king of Singasari. If we throw back the memory, Kediri Kingdom, there was a battle between the kingdom and the Brahmins. Brahmin is led by Ken Arok and destroyed the kingdom. Ken Arok destroyed the kingdom and he made a new kingdom as known Singasari Kingdom. The reason why Jayakatwang do the rebellion is he want to rebuild Kediri Kingdom that was destroyed by the Singasari Kingdom. After rebuild the Kediri Kingdom, there only last 1 year because the Kediri Kingdom was destroyed again by Raden Wijaya that he is from Majapahit Kingdom. He is a king of Majapahit Kingdom. Raden Wijaya is also have a family with Ken Arok. That's why Raden Wijaya do to destroy the kingdom. So maybe the next presentation is with my friend. Thank you.
Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is RIDHO Putra Ramadan, and you can call me RIDHO. So right now I am your tour guide, and this time I'm gonna tell you about Kediri Kingdom is in collaboration with Madura and Mongol Kingdom for trade routes. So Kediri a straight trade pass to Mongol Kingdom, so Kediri have a collaboration with Mongol. And the following is a list of names of the kings who once ruled in Daha, the capital of Kediri. The first is Airlangga. Airlangga is founder of the city of Daha. And the second is Sri Samarawijaya. Sri Samarawijaya is one of the sons of Airlangga, whose name was found the Pamuatan Prasasti. And the third Sri Jayawarsa, then Sri Pamaswara, Sri Jayabaya. Sri Jayabaya in Kediri Kingdom reached its heyday during the reigns of Prabu Jayabaya and its strategy to make society prosper. And then have a Sri Aryaswara, Sri Gadra, Sri Sarweswara, Sri Kamswara, and the last is Sri Kertajaya. And the relics from the kingdom of Hindu Kediri consisting of prasasti are Banjaran, Turun Hyang, Hantang, Padelegan, Laudan, and Jaring. This prasasti from Kingdom Kediri. And now Alkitab from Kingdom Kediri is Warta Sancaya by Empu Tan Agung, Smaradahana, Kompos by Empu Darmaja, Empu Tan Agung Lubdaka, Krisnayana by Empu Triguna, Maman Monaguna Samanastanka, Bharatayuda, Kompos by Empu Sedah and Empu Panuluh, Gatot Kacasraya, and the Book of Haring Wangsa by Empu Panuluh. And how Kediri is falling because in 1222 Kertajaya was fighting with the Brahmins, who then begged for protection of Ken Arok, Aku Tumapel, and then Ken Arok himself also aspired to make Tumapel independent, which as a subordinate area of Kediri. The Kediri Tumapel war took place in the village of Gantar. Ken Arok army finally succeeds in destroying the Kertajaya army so as to make the Kediri kingdom collapse.
Okay, and then the second kingdom we will presentation is Ternate kingdom. And the first I will explain about the reason why the Ternate kingdom was built. Because in Ternate there was increasingly busy trading activities plus trades that often came from pirates. At the order of Mamale Guna, the Banat leader held a deliberation to form a stronger organization and appoint a single leader as king. And then the process of establishing the kingdom of Ternate. In 1157, Momole Jiko, the leader of Sambalu, was elected and appointed as the first Konalu king with the little babe Masur Malamo. The kingdom of Gabi was centered in the village of Ternate, which in the subsequent development was getting bigger and more crowded, so that the residents were referred to as Gamlamo, or large village. Later people called Gamlamo as Gamalama, the great and the more popular the city of Ternate, so then people would rather say the kingdom of Ternate than the kingdom of Gabi. Under the leadership of the next few generations of rulers, Ternate developed from an empire the only conquered a small island to become the most influential and biggest kingdom in Eastern Indonesia, especially Maluku.
Well, hello guys, my name is SYAFRINA and I will tell you about the golden age of Ternate Kingdom. Under the leadership of Sultan Habibullah, Ternate reached its golden age. Its territory and influence started from North Sulawesi, Central and East in the west, to the Marshall Islands in the east, from the South Philippines, in the north, to as far as Kai Island and Nusa Tenggara in the south. Each region is assigned by the Sultan's representative or called Sangaji. Sultan Babur was nicknamed the ruler of 72 countries, who all had kings who submitted to him, making the Sultanate of Ternate the largest Islamic empire in Eastern Indonesia. After I tell about the golden age of Ternate Kingdom, I will tell about the incident in the kingdom of Ternate. First, the arrival of Islam. The arrival of Islam, it can only be ascertained that the Ternate royal family officially embraced Islam in the mid-15th century. One of the steps of the Ternate kingdom embraced Islam was to abandon the title of Kolano and replace it with Sultan. Islam was recognized as the official religion of the kingdom. The Islamic Sharia was enacted and formed a royal institution according to Islamic law by involving the scholars. 2. Expulsion of Portugal. In 1512, Portugal for the first time set foot on Ternate under the leadership of Francisco Serrao. With the approval of the Sultan, Portugal was allowed to establish a trading post in Ternate. Portugal came not only to trade but to control the Portuguese the trade of spices, nutmeg, and clove in Maluku. For that they must first conquer Ternate. The Portuguese treatment which infuriated the Sultan Harun and the native, but unfortunately, the Sultan Harun was killed in a dinner trap by the governor of Portugal, Lopes de Mesquita. This incident increasingly made the community furious, and in the leadership of Sultan Babur, Portugal managed to get out of Indonesia in a war for 5 years. The third incident, Dutch arrival. Defeat after defeat, suffering forcing Ternate to ask for Dutch assistance in 1603. Ternate finally managed to hold Spain, but with every expensive reward. The Dutch finally slowly gained control of Ternate. On 26 June 1607, the Sultan of Ternate signed a VOC monopoly contract in Maluku in return for Dutch assistance against Spain. In 1607, the Dutch also built the Orange Fort in Ternate, which was their first fort in the Indonesian. The fourth incident, Maluku people resistance. This resistance was triggered due to Dutch policies that increasingly detrimental to the community and felt the Ternate kingdom was too submissive to the Dutch. This resistance was supported by several people who had position in the kingdoms, and they attacked Dutch posts which spread throughout the Ternate kingdom. For the next about Ternate kingdom, the presentation with by my friend. Thank you.
Hello, let me introduce myself again. My name is RIDHO, and this time I'm gonna tell you about the Ternate Kingdom and relationship with the figure of the Gresik ulama is related to defend Islam in the Sunan Giri boarding school, which is an ulama from Gresik. The Ternate Kingdom broke Islamic teachers, the most prominent of whom was knowledgeable cleric named Bahul, who helped spread Islamic culture in influence of Ternate throughout the Maluku Island. And then this is the following of list name of the kings who once ruled in Ternate. And the first king is Bab Masur Malamu, was the first king of the Apen kingdom of Ternate. And the second is Zainal Abidin. This is the first king to convert to Islam. His calling was no longer the king, but the sultan. Customs and also existing government system in Ternate was changed more orderly and direct in accordance with the teachings of Islam. And then Sultan Bayanullah, the royal throne was continued by Sultan Bayanullah, the son of Zainal Abidin. And then Hidayatullah, Abu Hayat Khairun Jamil is established relation with the Turkish Ottoman Empire to expel the Portuguese from the land of Ternate. And then Babullah Datusya has succeeded in delivering Ternate to its heyday. And the last is Haji Mudafar Shah. This is the last king in the Ternate kingdom. And then I'm gonna tell you is the Ternate Kingdom has a legacy that witnesses history about the existence of this kingdom in the eastern part of the archipelago. Among the relics are as follows as Ternate language. Yes, we know the Ternate language. I don't know because. And then the manuscript written by the Sultan of Ternate is known as the oldest Malay text in the world. And then Sultan's Palace of Ternate is where Sultan sleep. And then Ternate Royal Fortress made with Portuguese. So and then Ternate Mosque. The last is Ternate Mosque. And why Ternate Kingdom is collapsed and fall? Because Ternate Kingdom suffered a setback because of it by ship by the colonizers Portuguese, namely the Portuguese and Spanish. The kingdom of Ternate was pit against the kingdom of Tidore, so that there was a war with the kingdom of Ternate, supported by the Portuguese, and the kingdom of Tidore was supported by Spain. So Ternate is collapsed between war and Ternate of Tidore. So thank you for the Ternate Kingdom. This is the last from Ternate Kingdom. I hope you can have information from it.
Okay, and the last kingdom we will presentation is the Banten Kingdom. The reason why the Banten Kingdom was built is Banten Kingdom is an Islamic kingdom that was established in 1528 when the kingdom expanded its influence to the western coastal region of Java Island by conquering several port areas, one of which was Banten, which later made it a military base and a trading area. And then the process of establishing the kingdom of Banten. Before Banten was establishing as an empire, this region was part of the Hindu Pajajaran kingdom. This very strategic big position attracted the mass attention to master it. In the years 1525 until 1526, the Demak forces together with Sunan Gunung Jati successfully conquered Banten. After Banten was mastered and the economy improved, it was later made the Kingdom of Banten.
So I will tell about the Golden Age of Banten Kingdom. The Golden Age of Banten Kingdom is led by Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa in the years 1561 until 1682. Under his leadership, Banten at the time had a very powerful and charming royal fleet and employed Europeans in the Sultan of Banten. During the reign of Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa, the Kingdom of Banten succeeded in conquering the Kingdom of Tanjung Pura around 1661 and managed to get out of the control of VOC, which had blocked the merchant ship to Banten. So I will explain about the incident, the most memorable incident around Banten Kingdom. So the incident is called Civil War. Around 1680, a dispute arose in the Sultan of Banten due to struggle of power and conflict between Sultan Ageng and his son Sultan Haji. This division was exploited by Varanaj East Indies Company, or known as VOC, who provided support to Sultan Haji so that a civil war was inevitable. While in strengthening his position, Sultan Haji or Sultan Abu Nasr Abdul Qahar also had sent two of his envoys to meet the King of England in London in 1682 to get support and weapons assistance. In this war, Sultan Ageng was forced to withdraw from his place and move to an area called Tirtayasa, but on December 28, 1682, this area was also controlled by Sultan Haji along with the VOC. Sultan Ageng, along with his other sons Prince Purbaya and Sheikh Yusuf from Makassar, retreated south inland Sunda. But on March 14, 1683, Sultan Ageng was captured and then detained in Batavia, also known as Jakarta. Maybe that's all that I tell about the incident, the memorable incident. So the next presentation will explain it by my friend. Thank you.
Hello, come back to me again, RIDHO. So the last kingdom I'm gonna tell you is about a kingdom of Banten in Islamic. The Sultanate of Banten established relation with the Portuguese by asking for military assistance from the Portuguese if the Sunda Kingdom was attacked by the Demak Sultanate and the Cirebon Sultanate by giving the Portuguese the right to build a fortress. Besides that, the Sultanate of Banten had also made trade contacts with the King of Minangkabau. The Kingdom of Banten also established relations with foreign countries such as Mogul and Turkey. And then I'm gonna tell you is some list of kings who have ruled in the Sultanate of Banten. The first is Sultan Hasanuddin, who was the first king of the Banten Kingdom and the son of Sunan Gunung Jati. And the second is Maulana Yusuf. During his leadership, the Banten Kingdom succeeded in defeating the Pajajaran Kingdom, which was in Pakuan. And then Maulana Muhammad. During the reign of Sultan Maulana Muhammad, the kingdom of Banten attacked the Palembang Sultanate. And then Pangeran Ratu, Prince Ratu, also known as Abdul Mufakir, is the fourth king and successor to Sultan Maulana Muhammad. And then Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. During his reign, the kingdom of Banten experienced rapid progress. And the last king is Sultan Abdul Nasser. The kingdom of Banten has some evidence of relics that are the key to the history of its former glory, and it's the relics of Sultanate of Banten. The first is Masjid Agung Banten, and then Istana Keraton Kaibon, Istana Keraton Surosowan, Benteng Spilwich, and then Vihara Avalokitesvara. And how Sultanate of Banten is falling and collapse because of the kingdom of Banten occurred when the raids of Sultan Ageng, who had dispute with his son Sultan Haji over the struggle for power. This has begun to be utilized by the VOC Netherlands. The VOC favored Sultan Haji, so Sultan Ageng had to go inland Sunda with his two children, Prince Purbaya and Sheikh Yusuf. After the death of Sultan Haji, Banten was fully controlled by the Dutch East Indies or VOC. So the appointment of the Sultan must obtain the approval of the Governor General of the Dutch East Indies. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you can learn from my information. Thank you so much.